Hi students, very good morning. So till yesterday we were discussing, in the yesterday class we were discussing with respect to the electrolytic conductance basic terms. In this lecture we will discuss the relation between the molar conductance as well as equivalent conductance. What is meant by molar conductance? The conductance due to the 1 mole of ions present in a given volume of solution is called as molar conductance. The conductance present in a solution having 1 gram equivalent weight of solute is called as equivalent conductance. If I take the ratio, molar conductance can be represented as K into 1000 by molarity and equivalent conductance K into 1000 by normality. So you will be getting normality by molarity. So number of gram equivalents, normality can write it as number of gram equivalents by volume, and molarity you can written as number of moles by volume. So it will be equal to volume will be taken off. Now you can go here. Equivalent gram equivalent can be written as mass by equivalent mass. Here mass by molar mass. Mass will be cancelled. Molar mass by equivalent mass. It is nothing but it is equal to n factor. Right? So equivalent weight is nothing but molar mass by n factor. Right? Molar mass will be cancelled, so that you will be getting the equivalent factor. So molar conductance by equivalent conductance will be equal to the what? Valency factor, or molar conductance will be equal to equivalent conductance into valency factor. That is the relation, right? Based on that you will be having some problems. Now let us take variation of conductance or conductivity, or variation of the molar conductance, or variation of equivalent conductance with concentration condition one condition, with dilute condition one condition, right? If I go for the conductance, with respect to conductance you can see with respect to strong as well as weak. So let us go for the strong electrolyte first. If you increase, see dilution increasing means what is the meaning of that? Dilution is increasing means you are increasing water in that, so that the volume increases. So if you increase the water in that, so that the dilution will increase. If dilution is increasing, volume is getting increased. If volume is getting increased, conductance also increases. Because strong electrolyte, what happens? What is the mean by strong electrolyte? Strong electrolyte is that electrolyte which undergoes dissociation in the solution. If you go on increasing on water, so it goes on increasing at one point of time, it gets saturated. Okay, because it is a strong electrolyte, it will be having high degree of dissociation. Okay, so if you increase the volume, dilution is increased. That is the condition. So conductance will be increased due to the increase in the degree of dissociation, that is 100%. It reaches 100% very easily because it is a strong electrolyte. Okay, right, this is the condition. So between the opposite charged ions in the strong electrolyte, the force of attraction will be very strong. What happens if you provide water or if you increase the volume? So the distance between the cation as well as the anion decreases, so that there will be a weak force of attraction. When you add some water, whenever it is diluted, the force of attraction between the cation and anion will be very less. Without addition of water, the force of attraction is very strong. So as the force of attraction is weak on dilution, they can move easily towards the opposite electrode. So you can say that number of ions are getting increased on dilution in the strong electrolyte. Okay. So more conductance you can see in the strong electrolyte on increasing the dilution. It reaches very easily 100% because number of ions, basically these are very strong to dissociate. If you increase water, they will become still more faster, and it reaches a constant value after certain dilution. Okay, after certain dilution they will reach the constant value. So if you go for the weak electrolyte, what happens? The weak electrolyte alpha value is very less. So if you go on adding water, the dissociation goes on increasing and it will not reach any certain level at any point. Okay, that point where the maximum conductance of weak electrolyte, so all ions should get dissociated into ions. You are taking a weak electrolyte, and that weak electrolyte, it should completely undergo dissociation. It will never undergo complete dissociation even though if you are going on adding water till up to any volume. So that volume is called as infinite dilution. Even though if you do infinite dilution, the conductance of weak electrolyte, what happens? It goes on increasing continuously. It will be going on increasing. Why it is going on increasing? Because you will not get complete dissociation of the weak electrolyte in the solution. But strong electrolyte, with addition of some amount of water, it reaches the maximum value. This one, the degree of dissociation value is very less, so that it will not reach a constant value. By adding some water, some molecules will be dissociated. Again, by adding water, it will be some dissociated. Even though if you do infinite dilution, all the molecules will not undergo dissociation. That's why it is called as weak electrolyte, right? So basically, the conductance of the weak electrolyte also goes on increasing with the dilution. For strong electrolyte also it goes on increasing with the dilution. But for strong electrolyte, after some extent, it becomes constant. But for weak electrolyte, it goes on increasing because the degree of dissociation for the weak electrolyte is very less, right? In the case of weak electrolyte, if you increase dilution, the volume will be increased, the conductance will be increased, and the alpha never becomes 100% because as it is a weak electrolyte, the degree of dissociation will not be 100% for the weak electrolyte. This is what I have said. See, again I am repeating. Dilution increases. What happens? Volume is increased. Volume is increased means conductance will be increased because conductance is nothing but K into V, right? V increases, C also increases. Alpha never becomes 100% for weak electrolyte. So you can't expect the maximum conductance for the weak electrolyte. So conductance never becomes constant for the weak electrolyte as it will not dissociate 100%. So in simple one term, whether it is a strong electrolyte or weak electrolyte, we can say that dilution increases, conductance increases. Okay, and I am going for the conductivity. What is meant by general conductivity? Conductivity is that term which is representing the conductance due to all the ions. So in 1 ml of solution, how many ions are there? How much conductance it is showing? It is called as conductivity. So conductivity is defined as conductivity due to all the ions, conductance of all the ions, those are present in 1 ml of the electrolyte. So what happens? If you increase the dilution, the volume will be increased. And what happens to the density? Density means number of ions present in a given volume. They will be decreased. So the number of molecules per ml. See, with increase in the dilution, number of ions will be increased. That is the other condition. You keep that. So in 1 ml, let me assume that in here it is 1 ml. 9 ml is 9 ions are present here. So I have increased the water. I am going on increasing water. What happens? These ions will move far apart from each other. So that next I have calculated for 1 ml. In 1 ml, only 5 are present because it has been increased in the dilution, right? So all get split up. Okay. So if you increase dilution or if you increase the volume, number of particles present in given volume decreases. Okay. The conductivity is for 1 ml, right? If you increase dilution, initially before dilution there were 9 particles in 1 ml. On increasing dilution, the number of particles per ml has been decreased. They have come to 5. So number of ions in 1 ml has been decreased. So what happens to the conductivity? Decreases. Not conductance. Conductivity will be decreased. Conductance will increase. But conductivity is always talked for the ml, right? Conductivity is defined as conductance due to all the ions present in 1 ml of the electrolyte. On increasing dilution, volume will be increased and the density will be decreased. So the number of ions per ml will be decreased and the conductivity decreases. So either it may be a strong electrolyte or a weak electrolyte. To take it as strong electrolyte or nothing but weak electrolyte. Per ml on dilution, what happens? It decreases. Okay, this is the condition. Don't go for conductance. Conductance, what happens? Conductance increases. Now you will be getting doubt. Sir, on diluting conductance, number of ions also will be increased. Then here instead of 9 you will be getting some more ions, no? Here 9 are there. If you increase the volume, they will be getting some 15 or 16 molecules. Again, if you see per ml, there will be constant, no? So, but practically we have seen in the lab, conductivity per ml will be decreased. Even though on dilution, the conductance may increase due to the increase in the number of ions. Okay? So, even on dilution, number of ions increases. For weak electrolyte, K for ml will be decreased. For weak electrolyte, it will be decreased because on dilution also you will not be getting 100% of the dissociation of the electrolyte, right? Right, let us take here lambda m as well as lambda e. So molar conductance, and this one is the equivalent conductance. Molar conductance is what? K into 1000 by m. Equivalent conductance, K into 1000 by m. See, dilution increases. Okay, dilution means this one K into V will be getting, right? Dilution increases, volume increases, this one will increase. Okay, you have written in this pattern. Generally, what is the formula here? Lambda m will be equal to K into V, or lambda e will be equal to K into V. So first condition is dilution. So if you increase the volume, okay, if you increase the volume, this one will increase. If this one is decreased, this one will decrease because these two are directly proportional. Now see here, on increasing dilution, K will decrease. On increasing the dilution, volume will increase. So what is the net resultant on this? So dilution increased means volume increased, so that K decreases. So lambda M or lambda E should decrease. With the dilution increasing, K decreases. See, these two are directly proportional. If this increases, this one will increase. This decreases, this one will decrease. This one increases, lambda E will increase. If the K decreases, lambda E also will decreases. So I am talking the two condition. Dilution increases, K decreases. So lambda M or lambda E should decrease. If another case, dilution increases, volume increases. So volume increases means what happens to this one? Volume is increased. Lambda M or lambda E should increase. Okay, here both are controversies. Here volume is increasing, this one is decreasing. What is the net result on this one? So it has been calculated experimentally. But if individually if you talk, volume is increased, this one will increase. Okay, if dilution is increased, this one is decreased. When you want to calculate this one, delta M, reverse M, that is molar conductance, what happens? Means among these two factors, one is dominating. Okay. So volume is the dominating factor when compared to this one. So if this increases, lambda M or lambda E will increase. So molar conductance or equivalent conductance, it depends upon the molarity or normality. Overall, based on the two factors, that is dilution as well as the conductivity, the net resultant is it goes on increasing. Okay, this factor will be having less effect. K factor will be having less effect on the molar conductance as well as the equivalent conductance. And we represent a strong electrolyte in terms of graphs. Variation of molar conductance or equivalent conductance with respect to concentration or dilution. So molar conductance with respect to root of concentration. Concentration is nothing but moles per volume. So it is can be written as 1 by root of volume. Concentration is decreased on increasing the dilution. So this is with the concentration as well as this one. Concentration related to volume. Concentration decreased means volume is increased. Volume is increased means delta M is increased. So if you go from this side to this side, if you go this side, the concentration goes on increasing, means volume goes on decreasing. If you go in this pattern, volume goes on increasing, right? So this condition, here you will be having this value of lambda M. Here if you go like this is the way of concentration. If you go this side, concentration is increasing, volume will be decreasing. If you go in this pattern, okay, volume will be increasing, concentration will be decreasing, right? So at this point, you are having this concentration, more is the concentration when compared to this point. Let me note that like A, B, C. At C point, you are having more concentration when compared to B. So what happened? This conductivity, molar conductance, initially it is at this point, it has been increased to this point with B. From B to C, what happens? Dilution is increased, the concentration is decreased, the conductance is here. So if you still go on more concentrating, more diluting, more and more, and this point it is called as infinity dilution, or at some point the strong electrolyte reaches, this is called as lambda naught, where you will be getting complete dissociation of the ions if it is a strong electrolyte. See, we are talking only for the strong with concentration. So lambda M with respect to concentration, as the dilution is going on increasing, the conductivity is going on. See, the conductivity initially it was here, concentration is decreased, and here it is decreased, it has reached the maximum value. So this is the maximum conductance. So small variation due to less. Why you are getting a constant value here? Means this is due to not increasing the number of ions, due to the attraction between the force between the strong electrolyte. See, strong electrolyte means it will be having higher degree of dissociation, means alpha value will be very high. Clear? So that if you provide some amount of water, the force between ions will be weakened. If you provide some more water, will be weakened. The force between ions will be weakened. If you provide more water, at one point of time, the force of attraction between ions will be lesser, so that it reaches the constant value. Okay? And see, and lambda molar conductance at infinity means maximum molar conductivity you can see. So means completely ions you are getting. So that is called as molar conductivity maximum at infinite dilution. Means what will be the concentration? Concentration will be 0 and dilution will be very high. So that is called as maximum. And that molar conductance is also called as limiting molar conductance. More than this you will not have, because it is calculated at infinity dilution. So at infinity dilution, alpha will be equal to 0 and y is equal to mx plus c. And this one you can write it as, on x-axis you have taken root c, and this intercept you are getting as whatever I have shown here. This is the infinity at the infinity dilution molar conductivity. So you are getting the intercept, and this is the negative slope, right? So that you will be getting lambda m is equal to On the x-axis, you are taking root c, it is minus b, it is the slope, and intercept is molar conductivity. So this can be written in this pattern, and this equation is called as Debye-Hückel-Onsager equation. Delta M, it is the molar conductivity at any concentration, this one, whatever we have written on the y-axis. Here, at infinity dilution, molar conductivity, this one, C is the concentration of the electrolyte, and B is taken as the constant. Regarding B, you will be learning again that B depends upon the solvent. Okay, the factors of the solvent like viscosity, surface tension, whatever that are present. Okay, it depends upon that factor. Okay, B will be in that pattern. So that is the graph with respect to the strong electrolyte. Now, if you take the molar conductance of weak electrolyte, okay, this is the molar conductance and this is concentration. If you go in this pattern, what happens? Dilution goes on increasing. If you comes in this pattern, concentration will be increased so that the dilution will be decreased. But if you draw like these two things, the graph will not be a straight one because it will not. So it goes on like this. This line goes on parallel to the x-axis. It will never attain the infinity value. Here also it goes on like this parallelly, parallel to y-axis. It will never attain the maximum value because it is a weak electrolyte where the degree of dissociation, how much you go on increasing water, it will never reach the maximum value. Okay. So the graph, whatever you are obtaining, you will be getting in this pattern. Dilution increases, volume increases, so that the degree of dissociation also increases, but it will not reach maximum point. Means 100% it will not reach because it is a weak electrolyte. And if alpha increases, number of ions increases, molar conductivity or equivalent conductivity also increases. So now if you want the maximum conductance conducted by the weak electrolyte, okay, then there is one more law that is called as Kohlrausch law of independent migration of ions. Based on that, we will be calculating the maximum conductance for the weak electrolyte. Okay, that is the indirect way method we will be learning in the next class. So we cannot calculate the delta M for the okay, what he is saying, the major problem with the weak electrolyte is what is the maximum conductance of the weak electrolyte? You can't calculate. For weak electrolyte, you can't calculate the maximum conductance at infinity dilution. Again, I am repeating, at infinity dilution, the conductance of the weak electrolyte cannot be calculated. But this can be calculated in the indirect way based on the strong electrolyte. Okay, and that law is called as Kohlrausch law of independent migration of ions. Okay, students, this is for today, and tomorrow we will be going for the last content of this chapter. Have a nice day. Bye bye.